Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian from Whisper Status 74, and this video is on Captain Marvel. And my question to you in the community and to you seeing this video for the first time is, will you see it? This has become a very hot topic since the actress Brie Larson, who has now made some comments, or quite a few comments, from years ago and from now and from recently about this film and its target audience and the reporters that are involved in it, as well as the media, is now pushing things a little bit negative. And my question to you guys is, has that affected your thoughts on the film? Will you go see it? Will you boycott it? That's what I want to talk about in this video, and I want to know where you guys stand on it, as pleasantly and as positive as you possibly can, as I've seen a lot of comments in the other videos and they're pretty nasty. So I'm not looking to be political in this video. We're going to talk a little bit about Captain Marvel, as well as the Star Wars franchise and the Battlefield 5 franchise. These are films and games that have been adversely or directly affected by that kind of backlash that has actually steered and perhaps even changed the trajectory of what these films and franchises are going to be. So I want to give you my take and then hear your take in the comments. And we'll start by talking about Captain Marvel. What made me want to do this video is a Looper video, which I'll put in the description below, which talks about the 10 things that are going to blow you away with this film. Watch that video and then look at the comments. And a lot of those comments are your target audience that are not going to turn out to see this film. Now, the Marvel Universe has been done very well. Being a comic book fan, I'm pretty happy with the way it's turned out, considering what it came from, how it started, how it took its time initially to create this universe with a lot of characters that were not mainstream for many, many years, and did an amazing job of developing this universe. Big fans of just about all the films. I'm not a big fan of all the comedic tones and the silliness, but I do like the lighthearted as well as the action and as well as the different characters they've been able to incorporate, as many as they can in the universe. Myself personally was very happy with Infinity War. I read the Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity Watch many, many years ago in the early 90s, and was very happy with how they did the film with the introduction of Thanos. I was very happy with it. And like seeing Hulk get knocked around so easily. However, that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is interjecting this character in a prequel right before that film launches. Again, I'm fine with it. However, watching those movies, it's getting to know those characters over a period of time and seeing them come together, and then interjecting a character as powerful as this one is, for me, a bit much and feels rushed, but we'll see how that turns out. The point is, I was very happy to see this movie come out. I was looking forward to it. I have 2 little girls, and they were very interested in how powerful she is. They liked the way it looked, and they were very happy to go see it, and they are going to go see it, and I am going to go see it. The problem I have is what's happening with the media, and again, this is not a political channel. The media and what's happening with the forced feminism in some of these films, and I felt that way with Star Wars. And their perception of us, actually, and what they think we are, in basements, in man caves, hating women in these films and not wanting them to be in any position of power. Now, if you follow comics, animation, and sci-fi like I do, women have been some of the most powerful characters in the entire universe. Dark Phoenix and X-Men, Jean Grey, one of the most powerful characters in all of both Marvel and DC. Ghost in a Shell, even something as recent as Underworld, Battle Angel Alita, which is now in the movies. There are countless powerful female characters, but this perception of females being now forced in. Now, this is where I will talk about Star Wars a little bit. It did feel very overpowered in terms of what they did with that franchise, what they did with adding all female leads, more female powerful characters, making the male leads look like idiots. I mean, it just was so obvious that, forced diversity isn't something like, don't do it to check a box. Do it because you believe in it and it serves the story. So why am I talking about this subject? Well, this is now affecting our movies. This movie tanks due to her comments, and that's going to change how that universe plays out. And Marvel's already doing an amazing job of bringing these films to screen. This film tanks, it will change it. Look what happened with Star Wars. In Star Wars, by having the main character, or, having Luke Skywalker be underpowered, and we can do a whole Star Wars video that would take an hour. But having Rey become so powerful, my analogy is having Hermione Granger from Harry Potter be more powerful than Voldemort and Gandalf in the space of one film. It's really about story, serving story. Solo having a female villain, female hero. I get all that. That's fine. But do it because it serves the story. Don't do it just to check a box. In regards to this film, Brie Larson, I could care less what she says or her comments. I don't follow famous people's comments. It won't change how I feel about a film. I actually purposely avoid them so I can therefore be caught up in the character. Once I know too much about them, I can't put them as the character. I don't know her as an actress and anything else, so I was fine with the casting. But it's changing how people feel. And that's unfortunate because it's going to change. Like, look what happened with the Star Wars universe. They changed the schedule. Now, that's great because we're able to, as fans, have real power and have real say, which is really, really important. However, games like Battlefield 5, it's an excellent game. The game is doing awful simply because of the females into the trailer, which I don't care about, but the comments from EA saying that you don't have to buy it, men are idiots or whatever, that actually has affected an excellent franchise. That game is failing for that very reason, and movies are following in the same way. The Star Wars universe, to me, it's dead to me in regards to the new films. I'm not a fan of any of them. I loved Rogue Squadron, which had a female hero, by the way. I really liked that film. I could not. Force Awakens was fine. The Last Jedi I thought was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I'm sorry if you disagree with me. Just my opinion. I thought it was terrible. What they did with Carrie Fisher, I mean, really, really bad. I do not want to see that happen here. They've done a great job in the Marvel Universe with balancing female and male characters. So it's not a political rant on feminism or forced feminism. It's a rant on the media then putting these things out, messing with the fans, poking the fans, and making them take a stand and say, I don't want to see it. Trust me, if this movie bombs the way I think it may, it's going to affect the next step of films. And that's unfortunate because I don't think the Disney executives are looking to do that. I do know the Star Wars executives had their own agenda from the president of, I think, LucasArts now, or whatever they're doing as far as their portrayal of the Star Wars characters has changed, and they've thrown away old characters. I don't want to see that happen with this. Don't throw away Thor and Captain America and smash it all up. I think Catherine Rhodes, I believe that's her name. I'm not sure what her name. I don't even pay attention to it, but I know that agenda has wiped out the Star Wars universe for me. And now you're changing, 30 years of film history and films that a lot of us are passionate about. Battlefield 5, I'm not sure it can come back. There's too much competition out there with Apex Legends, Fortnite, and all the rest. But if it fails because the game isn't good, or it fails because the film isn't good, which I feel is the case in Star Wars. And by the way, I didn't dislike Solo. I thought Solo was good. But people didn't go see it. So that's going to change. The Vader story and the standalone projects aren't happening. So I want to know what your thoughts are. Are you going to see this film? Has this actress, Brie Larson, has she changed your opinion of the film? Are you going to just say, to hell with it, I don't care, I'm making a point? Because your opinion does matter. You not going to see it is the bargaining posture. It's your ability to say, I want no part of it. But is it the movie or is it her opinion that really drives that? What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts about the diversity in films? Does it feel forced to you? So I'm going to look for your thoughts in the comments. Those are my quick thoughts on it. We'll do more videos on this during the movie and after. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you as always.